How to become President Ibrahim Traore. It is high time Africa needs more leaders like President Ibrahim Traore. But not everyone can become him. He is the one who not only has garnered mass support, but also possesses the courage to confront internal and external troublemakers. And when we refer to external troublemakers, you know exactly who we are talking about. President Ibrahim Traore recently stated, "No more sentiments for traitors," which has sparked anger in many nations. However, what do they have to do with this statement? Was it a personal attack? Let's find out. In Burkina Faso, a young leader stands firm amidst the swirling winds of political disruption. President Ibrahim Traore, a figure both revered and challenged, has delivered a resounding message to those who would betray their nation for personal gain. No more sentiments for traitors. But who was he talking about? Was it anything to do with the challenges he faced and easily tackled? During his presidency in Burkina Faso, President Ibrahim Traore faced many challenges that tested his leadership and the nation's stability. Chief among these challenges are the persistent attempts to undermine his rule through coup attempts orchestrated by internal and external forces. Traore's presidency has been marked by a series of attempted coups, with reports indicating that he has survived about 3 or 4 coup attempts within a short period. These coup attempts, directed by elements within his army, represent a significant threat to Traore's authority and the stability of Burkina Faso. Despite the repeated challenges to his leadership, Traore has managed to survive each attempt, showcasing his resilience and determination to remain in power. Moreover, Traore has had to contend with treacherous individuals who have betrayed their nation for personal gain. Motivated by greed and the allure of power, these traitors have collaborated with external puppeteers, predominantly Western nations, to destabilize Burkina Faso and undermine Traore's presidency. Their actions have posed a serious threat to the nation's security and sovereignty, forcing Traore to take a firm stance against them. In addition to internal challenges, Traore has had to navigate the complexities of governance in a nation, grappling with political turmoil and economic instability. With its history of political unrest and social upheaval, Burkina Faso presents numerous obstacles to effective governance. Traore's ability to address these challenges while maintaining stability and public trust has been crucial to his continued leadership. While Traore was able to face these challenges, how has Burkina Faso historically navigated periods of political turmoil? Here's a reminder to please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos on Black culture, history, civilization, and identity. Let's continue now. Burkina Faso has a long history of navigating periods of political turmoil, with its people displaying resilience and determination to overcome challenges and shape their nation's destiny. Historically, Burkina Faso, formerly Upper Volta, has experienced various political instability, including coups, authoritarian rule, and social unrest. Since gaining independence from French colonial rule in 1960, the country has witnessed several changes in leadership and political systems, often marked by periods of turbulence. One significant period of political turmoil in Burkina Faso's history occurred during the presidency of Thomas Sankara, who came to power in a popular revolution in 1983. Sankara implemented radical socialist policies to transform Burkina Faso and empower its citizens. However, his presidency was cut short by a coup in 1987, leading to his assassination and the installation of a new regime. Despite these challenges, Burkina Faso's people have consistently demonstrated their resilience and commitment to democracy and self-determination. The country has experienced waves of popular protests and civil disobedience aimed at challenging oppressive regimes and demanding political reforms. These movements have often been driven by grassroots organizations, trade unions, and student groups advocating social justice and democratic rights. Moreover, Burkina Faso's civil society has played a crucial role in fostering dialogue and reconciliation during periods of political upheaval. Non-governmental organizations, religious leaders, and traditional authorities have worked tirelessly to promote peace and stability and address the underlying grievances driving conflict. In recent years, Burkina Faso has faced new challenges, including the rise of Islamist militancy in the Sahel region and the influx of refugees fleeing violence in neighboring countries. These challenges have further tested the country's resilience and ability to maintain stability amidst external pressures. Returning to the previous question, who were the traitors President Traore refers to, and what methods have they used to undermine the nation? President Traore's reference to traitors pertains to individuals within Burkina Faso who have betrayed their nation for personal gain, often collaborating with external forces to undermine the stability and sovereignty of the country. These traitors include elements within the military and government who have conspired to overthrow Traore's presidency and disrupt the nation's progress. President Traore is alluding to traitors who have orchestrated coup attempts against his administration. These individuals embedded within the military and government structures have sought to seize power through illegitimate means, disregarding the democratic process and the will of the people. They have conspired with external puppeteers, predominantly Western nations, to finance and support their subversive activities aimed at destabilizing Burkina Faso. The methods employed by these traitors to undermine the nation have varied, but they often involve acts of violence, coercion, and deception. Coup attempts, characterized by military interventions and attempts to forcibly remove Traore from power, have been the most overt manifestation of their betrayal. These attempts have sown fear and uncertainty among the population, threatening the stability and progress of Burkina Faso. Furthermore, traitorous individuals have engaged in covert activities aimed at weakening the government and undermining its legitimacy. They have exploited divisions within the military and government, fostering dissent and disloyalty among rank-and-file soldiers and officials. Additionally, they have collaborated with external actors to spread misinformation and propaganda, tarnishing Traore's reputation and eroding public trust in his leadership. Here, the question comes: what qualities characterize President Traore's leadership style in the face of adversity? President Ibrahim. Traore's leadership style in the face of adversity is characterized by resilience, determination, and a commitment to the well-being and sovereignty of Burkina Faso. Despite facing numerous challenges to his presidency, Traore has demonstrated several key qualities that have enabled him to navigate turbulent waters and maintain stability in the nation. President Traore has shown remarkable resilience in the face of multiple coup attempts and internal betrayals. Despite the constant threat to his leadership and personal safety, Traore has remained steadfast in his commitment to leading Burkina Faso forward, refusing to be intimidated or deterred by adversity. President Traore has displayed courage and bravery, standing firm against those who seek to undermine the nation's stability and sovereignty. His willingness to confront internal and external threats head-on has inspired confidence among the Burkinabe people and bolstered their support for his leadership. Traore's leadership style is characterized by strategic thinking and a pragmatic approach to governance. He has adeptly navigated complex political and security challenges, employing a combination of diplomacy, negotiation, and decisive action to address threats to the nation's stability. President Traore has articulated a clear vision for Burkina Faso's future, centered on principles of democracy, justice, and socio-economic development. Despite the obstacles he has faced, Traore remains committed to realizing this vision, working tirelessly to advance the interests of the Burkinabe people and build a more prosperous and equitable society. In the face of internal divisions and social unrest, President Traore has prioritized dialogue and reconciliation as essential for fostering national unity and cohesion. He has engaged with various stakeholders, including civil society organizations, religious leaders, and opposition groups, to promote consensus building and address the root causes of conflict. Traore's leadership style is characterized by a people-centric approach grounded in empathy, compassion, and a genuine concern for the well-being of the Burkinabe people. He has sought to address the needs and aspirations of ordinary citizens, prioritizing social welfare programs, economic development initiatives, and efforts to combat corruption and injustice. Has he got people's support? How has the population of Burkina Faso demonstrated their support for President Traore amidst attempts to destabilize his rule? The population of Burkina Faso has demonstrated unwavering support for President Traore amidst attempts to destabilize his rule through various means, showcasing their commitment to democracy, stability, and national sovereignty. Despite Traore's presidency's challenges, the people of Burkina Faso have taken to the streets in large numbers, to protest against coup attempts and external interference in their country's affairs. These protest movements, characterized by their peaceful nature and widespread participation, are a powerful demonstration of popular support for Traore's leadership and a rejection of attempts to undermine Burkina Faso's stability. Burkinabe citizens have utilized social media platforms to voice their support for President Traore and denounce efforts to destabilize the nation. Through hashtags, viral campaigns, and online activism, individuals have rallied behind Traore, amplifying his message of unity and resilience and countering misinformation spread by detractors. Civil society organizations, including grassroots movements, human rights groups, and community-based organizations, have played a crucial role in mobilizing support for Traore and defending Burkina Faso's democracy. These organizations have organized rallies, public forums, and awareness campaigns to motivate public opinion and promote solidarity with Traore's government. At the grassroots level, communities across Burkina Faso have rallied to show solidarity with President Traore and resist attempts to sow discord and division. Traditional leaders, religious figures, and local authorities have voiced their support for Traore's leadership, emphasizing the importance of unity and collective action in confronting external threats. Despite Traore's initial rise to power through a coup rather than an election, the population of Burkina Faso has not necessarily held this against him. The support for Traore is evident in the turnout for subsequent elections or in the absence of widespread calls for his removal, indicating a level of acceptance and legitimacy among the populace. But why do people love Traore? Is it because of his commitment to the Pan-African movement? While President Ibrahim Traore's commitment to the Pan-African movement certainly contributes to his popularity, several other factors endear him to the people of Burkina Faso and garner their support. Traore's resilience in the face of multiple coup attempts and internal betrayals demonstrates strength and determination, inspiring confidence and admiration among the Burkinabe people. His ability to weather challenges and remain steadfast in his leadership role earns him respect and loyalty from the populace. President Traore's governance style is characterized by a focus on addressing the needs and aspirations of the Burkinabe people. He prioritizes social welfare programs, economic development initiatives, and efforts to combat corruption, demonstrating a genuine concern for the well-being of his constituents. Traore's efforts to maintain stability and security in Burkina Faso resonate with a population weary of political turmoil and violence. His firm stance against traitors and external interference reassures the people that their safety and sovereignty are top priorities for his administration. President Traore's vision for Burkina Faso's future, centered on principles of democracy, justice, and socio-economic development, aligns with the aspirations of the Burkinabe people for a better life. His dedication to building a more prosperous and equitable society inspires hope and optimism for the future. Traore's commitment to the Pan-African movement resonates with a population that values solidarity and unity among African nations. His alliance with leaders from neighboring countries and efforts to promote regional cooperation reinforce his image as a champion of African unity and sovereignty. But what significance does President Traore's alliance with leaders from neighboring nations hold for the broader Pan-African movement? President Traore's alliance with leaders from neighboring nations holds significant implications for the broader Pan-African movement. It symbolizes a renewed commitment to unity, cooperation, and collective action in pursuit of the continent's shared interests and aspirations. President Traore's alliance with leaders from neighboring nations contributes to regional stability by fostering closer cooperation and coordination on issues of common concern, such as security, economic development, and political stability. By working together, these leaders can address shared challenges more effectively and mitigate the risk of conflict and instability spilling across borders. Traore's alliance with leaders from neighboring nations embodies the spirit of Pan-African solidarity, emphasizing the importance of African nations standing together in the face of external pressures and internal challenges. By forging strong bonds of friendship and cooperation, these leaders demonstrate their commitment to advancing the collective interests of the continent and resisting efforts to divide and weaken Africa. President Traore's alliance with neighboring leaders promotes economic integration and intra-regional trade, Key pillars of the Pan-African Agenda. By fostering closer economic ties and removing barriers to trade and investment, these leaders can unlock the full potential of Africa's vast resources and human capital, driving sustainable development and prosperity across the continent. Traore's alliance with leaders from neighboring nations strengthens political unity and solidarity within Africa, countering attempts by external actors to exploit divisions and undermine African sovereignty. By presenting a united front on regional and international issues, these leaders amplify Africa's voice on the global stage and assert their right to self-determination and self-governance. Also, President Traore's alliance with neighboring leaders facilitates cultural exchange and mutual understanding, fostering greater cohesion and solidarity among African nations. By celebrating Africa's rich diversity and heritage, these leaders promote a sense of shared identity and belonging, transcending national boundaries and fostering a sense of unity among the continent's diverse peoples. Now we know why people love him. And when he has support, he can easily say to troublemakers that there are no more sentiments for traitors. But what implications does President Traore's declaration, "No more sentiments for traitors," have for Burkina Faso's future? President Traore's declaration, "No more sentiments for traitors," carries significant implications for the future of Burkina Faso, signaling a decisive shift in the country's approach to addressing internal threats and safeguarding its stability, sovereignty, and democratic institutions. This declaration underscores Traore's determination to confront and neutralize elements within Burkina Faso that pose a threat to the nation's security and progress, particularly those who have colluded with external forces to undermine its stability. Several implications can be derived from Traore's stance. President Traore's declaration suggests a commitment to implementing robust security measures to identify and neutralize individuals and groups involved in subversive activities to destabilize Burkina Faso. This may involve bolstering security forces, enhancing intelligence gathering capabilities, and implementing measures to prevent future coup attempts and acts of sabotage. Traore's stance signals a commitment to promoting accountability and justice for those who have betrayed Burkina Faso and its people. By refusing to show leniency towards traitors, Traore emphasizes the importance of upholding the rule of law and ensuring that those responsible for acts of treason are held accountable for their actions, regardless of their position or influence. President Traore's declaration reaffirms the importance of national unity and cohesion in the face of internal divisions and external threats. By taking a firm stance against traitors, Traore seeks to rally the Burkinabe people around a common purpose and vision, fostering a sense of solidarity and collective responsibility for safeguarding the nation's interests and sovereignty. Traore's decisive stance against traitors may help restore public confidence in the government's ability to address internal threats and maintain stability. By demonstrating strong leadership and a willingness to confront internal challenges head-on, Traore sends a clear message to the population that their safety and security are top priorities, instilling a sense of trust and confidence in his administration. President Traore's declaration serves as a deterrent against future attempts to undermine Burkina Faso's stability and sovereignty. By sending a strong message that traitorous activities will not be tolerated, Traore aims to dissuade potential collaborators and external actors from subversion and destabilization, safeguarding the nation's future against similar threats. Now, let's come to a conclusion and answer the most important question. What does President Ibrahim Traore's leadership mean for Africa as a whole? Does Africa need more leaders like him? President Ibrahim Traore's leadership in Burkina Faso holds significance for Africa as a whole, offering lessons and insights that can inform broader discussions on governance, democracy, and development across the continent. Traore's commitment to the Pan-African movement and his efforts to build alliances with leaders from neighboring nations inspire greater unity and cooperation among African countries. His example highlights the importance of solidarity and collaboration in addressing common challenges and advancing shared goals, reinforcing the vision of a united and prosperous Africa. President Traore's resilience in the face of internal challenges and commitment to upholding democratic principles underscore the importance of democratic governance for Africa's development. His efforts to defend Burkina Faso's sovereignty and promote accountability and justice serve as a reminder of the importance of respecting the will of the people and safeguarding democratic institutions. Traore's leadership narrative emphasizes the importance of prioritizing the people's needs and aspirations in driving development agendas. His focus on social welfare programs, economic development initiatives, and efforts to combat corruption highlight the potential benefits of a people-centered approach to governance for improving the lives of African citizens. President Traore's resilience and determination in overcoming coup attempts and internal betrayals demonstrate the capacity of African leaders to navigate complex political landscapes and steer their nations toward stability and progress. His example inspires leaders facing similar challenges across the continent, highlighting the importance of resilience, courage, and visionary leadership in overcoming adversity. Traore's leadership narrative highlights the need for more African leaders committed to sovereignty, democracy, and development. While Traore's leadership may not be without its flaws or criticisms, his example highlights the importance of African leadership in addressing the continent's unique challenges and driving its development agenda forward. But how to become Traore? Becoming a leader like President Ibrahim. Traore requires a combination of personal qualities, leadership skills, and a commitment to certain principles and values. Like Traore, aspiring leaders should have a clear vision for the future and a sense of purpose that guides their actions. They should be able to articulate their goals and priorities, inspiring others to rally behind their vision and work towards common objectives. Traore's resilience in adversity is a key trait that aspiring leaders should cultivate. They should be able to weather challenges, setbacks, and criticism with grace and determination, staying focused on their goals and remaining steadfast in their commitment to making a positive impact. Effective leaders like Traore must demonstrate courage and integrity in their actions and decision-making. They should be willing to stand up for what is right, even in the face of opposition or personal risk, and maintain a high standard of ethical conduct and transparency in their leadership. Do you think it is easy to become Traore? What does it take to become him according to you? Let us know in the comments section. Whose leader is better for Africa now? Is Traore the best example? Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it. We have decided to bring videos on something nobody talks about: the Black culture, civilization, history, and evidence about how glorious Blacks have been. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.